All right. Let me tell you something that is absolutely shocking, mind boggling, and Russell Peters says mind blasting. Okay. You know that chai wala, no? That guy with the big glasses and who puts tea like this and gives you the cigarette and all that. And when you ask tea, he gives you like this. Okay. Just imagine people are willing to pay up to 25,000, I think, dirhams, or you could say roughly 4 or 5 thousand US dollars, just to get him and stand with him and take a photograph with him. Like even Jay Sool, who is this guy with the mustache and pot belly, makes people laugh. People are willing to even travel just to meet with them, just to take a photograph and a video. Haven't you thought that, man, this is ridiculous? Okay, forget that. Have you ever considered even a person like Zakir Naik, that Muslim preacher, that guy who say, brother, if I tell you the answer, will you convert to Islam? Okay, in chapter 7, Surah 7, Surah 14, paragraph 42, Allah Ta'ala says to Prophet, peace be upon him, and blah, 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 blah. The bronchoscitis is this and this, and that is how the moon split into two, which Allah Ta'ala predicted, 2000 years ago. Now, I give you the answer. Will you convert to Islam? He rattles off absolute sheer nonsense, which he has memorized again and again and again, because that is his skill. Now, you and I might feel it's nonsense, but try asking a Bangladeshi, a Muslim from India, Malaysia, or any of the third world countries. They admire him, they worship him, they consider him the prophet of Allah. And he definitely charges a shitload of money for his spiritual appearances. Don't think he's doing it for free. Even Sadhguru. You think Sadhguru is a saint? You think Sadhguru is a man of God? Oh, Shiva, oh, Ganesh, oh, holding the cobra, this thing. Oh, he mints money. What do you think he's doing in Will Smith's house? What do you think he's doing in USA? He is someone I admire because he is a personal branding maestro. He is a genius. Okay, you have to give credit where credit is due. So, he also has followers. Zakir Naik has followers. In fact, if you thought only these people have followers, Grant Cardone, Thai Lopez, Dan Locke, Andrew Tate, the guy who pimps women, who's involved in the sex industry, whose character is questionable, who became rich doing all the illegal stuff, but will preach to you hard work. Go to the physique, go to the gym, get yourself a physique. What color is your Bugatti? And smoking a cigar and put these bitches in their place. Even he has people who admire him. I have met educated people, some foreigners, and when we just spoke about Andrew Tate, wow, he does have some valid points. The Matrix is against, they buy and believe his bullshit. So he has followers. Okay? Jay Shetty, who was caught red-handed stealing other people's code, faking his stories, who is exposed as a fraud, J-Lo and Ben Affleck asked him to bless their wedding. Asked him to be the man who will give them their vows. He is paid millions of dollars for appearances. Just imagine, we are living in a day and age where such people have followers. In fact, go to Instagram, go to Snapchat or wherever, TikTok, you'll see females showing their oversized bodies, body parts. There are some females who only show their ass. There are some females who only show their... And some of them are so ugly, so fat, so bloated, so... Yuck. Like I seen this female, she has, I don't know, cellulites and bloated, and she can't even hold herself like this, and she's dancing, and she has millions of followers. Lizzo, just Google search Lizzo. She is oversized to the point like you can die of heart attack, and she's naked, and they're like, wow, you're gorgeous, wow, you're this, you're that. So all these people have followers. In fact, a Hindu priest, Christian priest, a Muslim imam, they will appear on some YouTube channel or write something. They have followers. So my question to you is, if such obnoxious individuals can have followers, Like, I'm very sure you'll be, what about you, man? You're another. Fine, fine. If all of us can have followers, all of us, the good, bad, ugly, why can't you have followers? Now you'll be like, why do I need followers? Who the hell needs followers? This is where you're mistaken. See, understand this much. Today, more than any other time in history, is a time where you can use social media and leverage your brand. Okay? Now, I'm not going to sound very hokey pokey or sophisticated. Let me put it in simple layman's terms. There is a big demand for leaders. There's a big demand for people who can manage other people. If you are an engineer, if you are a, let's say, medical professional, if you're a salesman and you can do your job incredibly well, fine, hats off to you. But your salary and your position of power will only go up to so much. But if you can manage other people to look up to you, to follow your lead, to take your guidance, okay, and they will not leave you, then you become a leader. You climb up notches higher, and people are willing to pay you big money for it. Why do you think people pay money to all these people who have big followers like Kim Kardashian and all that? Why do brands pay a lot of money? Because they have a lot of followers like The Rock and all that, Oprah. But there is an art and science to managing followers. If you're not on social media today, um, you're missing out on one part of what is there. I'm not saying you should, but I'm telling you, if you know how to manage people, like I'll tell you, I have been having groups from maybe 15 years, and I'll tell you without a doubt, how people act in real life versus how they act online is two entirely different things. People can act like an intellectual, people can act like a total saint, people can act like a total asshole online, but real life, they are totally different, man. Like even me, for example, many people say, oh, you're so ruthless, you're so cold, you're like this, you're like that. And when they meet me, like, wow, Loy, you're so different. Like, they say, okay, I don't know what expectations they had. In the same way, when you deal with people, you'll be very surprised. There are some people who are backstabbers. There are some people who are two-faced. There are some people who are obsessed with being your stalker, with hurting, harming you. They derive a lot of pleasure by destroying other people, by gossiping about other people, by they just don't have any goal and purpose in life other than to put you down, and they will enjoy. What do you think the haters of Michael Jackson, the haters of Vince McMahon, the haters of any celebrity star, they are just their entire life, their shtick is to put them down, even though they're not, they if they were to use the same creativity and energy on themselves, they could have improved far more better. So why am I asking you to have followers is because if you want to grow, if you want to be a leader, if you want to show leadership skills of both managing people and communication, you must have followers. Okay. Now that we have got that part sorted out, now the question is, well, how do I get followers, man? I don't have anything. Let me tell you, all of us have something. Look at the girls who are, okay, not the girls who are showing their boobs and their butt and all that. Forget all that. Have you noticed there are some girls who are just dancing, dig, 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 dig. They're just dancing and they get followers? Okay. Have you noticed there are some people from the village who actually are poor, who dress up in a sari and all that, and they're doing some gimmicks and they have followers? Okay. You'll say, but I don't want such followers. Listen to what I'm saying. So everyone has a certain talent, everyone has certain expertise, certain reasons why people should follow them. Okay. Now, not all followers are good. Not all followers are following you to learn something. There are some followers who are just stalkers. There are some people who are just jobless. There are pedophiles. There are twisted minds. That is the part and parcel of the game. And this happens even in real life, whether you're in office or personal. There are good, bad, ugly. Okay. What I want you to do is first create a social media account with your name, because your name has value. Don't put X blood venom or Andrew Tate's, something. You, when you apply for a job, are you going to put Andrew Tate's this thing or X Blood or the futuristic thinker? No, you're going to put your name, right? So practice what you do in real life, practice online and take accountability. There are many people who justify putting a fake name so they can give bold and pronounced opinions. Well, you're hiding behind a wall of anonymity. You're a bloody coward. Learn to put your actual name, and you'll say, then I can't open up. Yeah, learn to live within the societal norms. Why do you want to be a fake and then be bold and gutsy? No, be yourself. You see me, what I'm outside, what I'm real life. It's the same, like Machedo. That takes a lot of courage. You need to learn to accept who you are, boss. Take accountability for what you're saying. And if you can't say it and you know that you'll be punished for it, then say what is allowed. So first, take your name, have a social media presence, okay? And then you decide what will you share. Now, obviously you'll be like, I don't know, man, I'm not going to dance. Okay, fine, don't dance. But on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on other social media, you show you had a Starbucks, you had an expensive overpriced coffee, you went to have food, you went out with your friends. So you're showing some content, right? So offer some content first, okay? And remember, the content has value. When someone views your photograph or your video, means some value they're getting, maybe even 0.1%. Oh, this hotel he went to, this restaurant he ate. So you're offering some value, or you can even offer a review, okay? So first is offer some value. The second point that I'll give you is be consistent with your uploads. Whether it's an article, whether it's a share, whatever it is, whether it's a book review. If you're doing it, say once a week, mention in your bio, once a week I will do it, and be consistent. Or once in 3 days, or once a day. And it need not be world-class production. It can be something simple. Just have something simple that people can see. See, my videos are just me sitting here. Yes, it does look simple. Yes, it does look easy. But it's not. Okay, it takes time. But at least I'm consistent. People know every day if I check Loy Machedo's channel, there will be something. Okay. So be consistent with your daily uploads. Then point number 3 is you must discover your expertise. Mine was communication, mine was coaching, mine was mentoring, mine was personal branding. And this didn't come out just all of a sudden out of the blue. It came through years and years and years of trying different things, whether it was coaching for public speaking, whether it was for bodybuilding, whether it was for getting girls, whether it was for reading books, whether I tried my hand in everything, and eventually it trickled down to what really works for me. So you also need to find your expertise. Now you will be like, Loy, I don't know. Then how will you survive in the real world? How will you survive, especially in the online world? Today, if you're not there in the online world, you're nowhere. You have to be noticed. You have to be known. See, when you are applying for a job or when you're trying somewhere, you suddenly appear online, right? So if you suddenly appear online, 0 followers, 0 everything, they'll be like, who the hell is this? So it's better to have that credibility much before. Then you need to extend your hand and say, please help me, right? Like, look at me. I've been online. I never did this for commercial reasons. I did it because I was passionate about it. And when time came, I commercialized it, and it worked very well because I built a trust. I built so much content that people knew who I was. And the ones who are new, who just come onto my channel, they're like, who the hell is this? Look at his status now. But when they see 8,000 videos, they're like, oh, 8,000 videos. Maybe there's something legit about him. Why are people following him? What is he talking about? So you understand, have worthwhile stuff. Number 4 is, please don't fall for these gimmicks. There are a lot of people who go for the trend. What is a trending topic? What is a trending item? What is a trending behavior? Whether it's, there have been people who suggested to me on my YouTube channel when cryptocurrency was trending, Lloyd, start talking about cryptocurrencies and you'll make lots of followers, you'll have lots of people, because it was a trend. People sometimes ask me, Lloyd, why don't you speak on this button topic? Or unless I feel passionate about it, unless I believe in it, only then I will speak. And sometimes I speak against it. Okay? But I stand my ground. I don't do things like there are content creators who, if they see, like in TikTok, they took a egg and they hit it on their child's forehead, and they found it funny. I didn't find that funny at all. But why people did it? Because they wanted quick views. They wanted quick followers. Don't do this. Play the long term game. Because if you are a person who's unstable, today you will go visit restaurants and do restaurant reviews. Then tomorrow, oh, book reviews are a thing. You'll do book reviews. Then tomorrow you'll do, okay, I'll play pranks on other people. You'll be all over. You'll be all over the place. Remember, be consistent with your brand. Are you a luxury brand? Are you a sports brand? Are you, like in my channel, it's Loy Machedo. And Loy Machedo speaks about personal branding, jobs in the Middle East, and, life as an Indian. All the bits and pieces that youngsters, especially men, have questions about. And yes, once a while I will speak on some other questions or issues, but it stays within this realm. It doesn't go beyond and starts gimmicks and all that. Yes, I might put a restaurant review, I might put a book review, might put a movie review, but this is part of Loy Machedo's world. So be consistent with that. Okay? And longevity. Don't do short term gimmicks. Number 5 is a very important point that I'll give you is remember everything that you do and say one day will come and bite you in the ass. Okay? Don't try to fake it. Don't try to tell people lies. There's this one British YouTuber, can't get his name. He used to give out content to people, to young people, on how to improve, how to get a good physique, how to get girls. And people were like, wow, I kind of admire this guy and all that. But very soon, this same guy started whatever he was preaching, stick to your goals no matter what, find true love or something like that. Stick to your goals no matter what. He tried kickboxing and fighting. He said, that is where I'll push my limits. And he gave it up in 1 week. He said, find your true love, your true companion. And then he started having multiple partners and sleeping around. Where he was saying, don't bully others. He himself started to bully and make fun of people who were criticizing him. So remember, the content that you put in the past will come and bite you one day. If I were to one day say, tattoos are, very bad. And today I tell you tattoos, or let's say I say tattoos are very good. You must have tattoos. And today I say tattoos are very bad. People will question me. And yes, I have done that. Before I used to say, you should not get married. You should not have children. You should not have, be normal. Check my older videos. And I've changed my tune today. So people are like, hey, you're two-faced. But then I make them understand I was in my 30s. Today I'm going to be in my 50s. I've realized what I've done is wrong. What I said was wrong. Because I spoke like a immature, rebellious young man who thought he was invincible. And remember, the point is, what you said in the past, you'll be accountable for it. So because I'm genuine and because I spoke my heart out and people have seen me evolve, they appreciate. But if you do it trying to scam other people, they will destroy you. And you have seen that with celebrities. Oh, like The Rock. The Rock claimed that he went to this burger joint for the first time. And after 2-3 years, once again he said, I'm going here for the first time. And then after 2-3 years, he was getting paid for this. It was like an ad. And people caught up and then they told him, they held him accountable. Oh, you're trying to fake it. Why? And he lost his credibility there. So be careful. Everything that you do in the past will come back. Point number 6. Have your own signature style. Remember that chaiwala, which I told you? Here's his signature style. Remember Jay Shetty? You need to believe in love and this. And this guy Nas, what are you doing? You are going to be surprised. And each one has their own way of doing things. Like Zakir Naik, brother, if I give you the answer, will you convert to Islam? Sadhguru. Osho, fuck is a word Why do you feel offended? So, everyone has their own style. Like, I have my tattooed appearance. I have my brash way of speaking. So, I'm not saying become like me, like tattooed, but you have your own unique style. You see some dancers, you'll see some break dancers, you'll see some traditional dancers, you'll see artists. Each one has their own style. Whether you're a Picasso, whether you're a Michelangelo, whether you're a Michael Jackson, whether you're a rap artist, whether you're Indian, have your own signature look, signature feel, signature statement, and you don't have to put on or fake it. Just let it come naturally to you and figure out how you can tweak it. Like that chai wala. You think the chai wala always was like, put like this, he would give his tea. No, he developed that style. Okay. But don't try to copy someone else explicitly. Modify it to suit you. Like if the chai wala gives his tea, like he pours his tea and gives like this, and tomorrow someone were to do that, they'll be like, hey, you're copying. So just keep that in mind. And last, if not the least, what I tell you in terms of having followers is avoid shortcuts. You cannot fool people. I'll tell you, when I just started my career on YouTube, I had that temptation to, in Amazon, you get this fake US dollar notes, which are actually fake notes. I used to see these, what do you call that? Influencers show expensive shoes, jewelry, bags. So I was like, I'm not into all that. Maybe I'll show cash and say, how you can be successful. But then I was like, whom am I fooling here? This is fake. And if people catch up to the fact that you're lying to them, one, it's like a black dot on a white sheet. People will notice that. It comes out as a sore thumb, and people will never forget and they'll never forgive you. So I decided not to do that. In fact, there were many other gimmicks that I thought would work online, like renting out a car and just being on that, or trying to portray myself as successful, or having even fake reviews and all that. But then you eventually realize, who am I fooling here? You can't fool people. Remember this one. This is one reality I've come to accept. People are smarter than you. People generally are smarter than you. It's just that they're quiet about it. So don't think you can fool people and get away. So avoid shortcuts, because it will come back to haunt you. Rather than that, like even if you put filters, even if you try to modify how you look and you try to look slim, or you lie about things, you lie about your success, people don't forget. And if I always tell people, if you tell the truth, you don't have to stress yourself to remember what you said. But if you tell a lie, you have to remember what was a lie I said and how do I stay consistent with that. So the last point is avoid shortcuts. So overall, if I were to give you these 7 points in terms of being a leader and getting followers, one is offer value. Second one is be consistent with your uploads, your content. Number 3 is sharpen your skill, get an expertise, which will really help you. Number 4 is don't try short-term gimmicks like, the TikTok trend, licking the toilet seat or breaking eggs and all that. Think longevity of your brand and respect it. Remember, long-term is better than short-term. Number 5 is everything that you do and say will come and bite you one day. Like Andrew Tate, how everything he said in the past is coming and biting him in the ass. Number 6 is have your own signature look, signature feel, signature style. Don't push yourself to something that is not natural. It will come. Just try to figure out how you look, how you dress, how you act, and be consistent with that. Like my tattoos or someone else's, appearance, how they look, And number 7 is avoid shortcuts. Don't think you can fool people. People will eventually catch you. Okay? We live in a very small world, and there are a lot of people who have nothing else to do other than dig up your past and they'll crucify you. So I hope this helps you. And remember what I told you in the beginning. If the chai wala, Zakir Naik, Jay Shetty, Lizzo, the LGBTQ mad people, the priests, Hindu, Muslim, Christian priests, and even females who show their oversized physiques and who do nonsense, if they can get followers, I believe you can. Just figure out what is your uniqueness, and I'll tell you, eventually, when you're consistent, you'll reach there. And one day, when you apply for a job of your dreams, or one day someone comes to you, the credibility you'll have by having these followers. You just need to state, I have these many followers, or these many groups, and I've learned to manage so many people. They will automatically understand they have an individual who can manage people, who's a leader. Hope this advice helped. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. Take care.